Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, and if you're catching this video, and if you caught the video before this, you heard my voice pre-cold, and now you're hearing my voice post-cold. So it's still a little sultry. You know, I still have that little bit of raspiness. It kind of sounds like I've been like smoking for a while. I don't, but that's kind of how my voice goes to when I'm sick. So yeah, for the past week, I was sick. So I was right last week when I was like, is it allergies? It's a sickness. No sickness. So if my voice isn't up to par, I apologies, but it was terrible this week. So I have been seeing everybody do their fall TBR. And while it is not fall technically, it's this week, fall starts, but fall started for me August 1st, and I will die on that hill. That's when it should start. So I've been in my fall vibes for a while. Like, I'm never out of fall vibes, but you know what? When August hits, I am ready for the sweaters and the boots. Like, it's nice to like free my feet during the summer, but when fall hits and I get to slip those boots on, it's ecstasy. Okay, so let's get to what I am doing today. I am going to tell you guys my fall TBR. This is by no means the actual books that I will get to in the fall, but these are just on my radar. These are ones that I've been eyeing. These are ones that are giving me fall vibes. It'll just make me cozy. It'll give me the feels. And hopefully some of these will fit into my TBR prompt jar for October. If they do, I will try to squeeze them in. If not, they'll still be ones that I want to read. So I own a few. I own most. There's a few that I don't own. So let's just get started with the first book. Okay, look, when I think of fall, the first thing I think of is maple syrup. I don't know why, but I do. And then maple syrup comes from a maple tree. And you know who cuts down maple trees? There's a point to this. Lumberjacks. So my first book is called Would You Be Mine by Daphne Elliott. This is a grumpy lumberjack romance, okay? This is book 1 in the Lovewell Lumberjack series. And in this book, we're following our hero, who is a very grumpy lumberjack with a heart of gold. That is verbatim what the blurb said, okay? And a new sunshiny school principal who comes and rents off of him. So he owns a cabin in the woods, and she is from the city, and she comes, and she's not used to the wilderness. And I have read a little bit of this book. I started and then I DNF'd it because at the time I just wasn't feeling it, but I do want to go back and finish it. And it's very rom-com-y, but like in the wilderness. So like there's a moose scene where she's trying to get the moose away from her, and she's like throwing like tampons at it. He comes. Like, the beginning was very cute. I just wasn't in the right headspace to read it. However, if you're on TikTok and you have seen the lumberjack on TikTok that I'm thinking of, he put me in the mood to read a lumberjack book. So that's what we're doing. And hopefully I will like the first book so I can continue on with the series. I think there's 3 in it so far. So, oh my goodness. Are we having a conference of barking? Please. Stop it. The next book on my list, when I think of fall, I think of football, even though I don't watch sports. Couldn't care less. But sports romances I can get behind. So we're going to do The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. I hate this cover. I'm sorry to the people. Like, I did not get an indie cover, and I'm sad that I didn't. But I was at Walmart, and I was like, oh, I still need to read this, so I picked it up. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm not a big cartoony person. If they're going to put people on the cover, put people on the cover. I love people on covers. I just don't like cartoon people on covers. But that's beside the point. Okay, this book is a marriage of convenience trope. So we have our football player who is going to be deported back to Canada if he does not, he's got to get married pretty much to stay in the country. So he goes to his ex-assistant. Apparently he did not treat her well. when she was his assistant, and he's like, I need you to marry me so I can get the green card, so I can stay and play football. And she's like, no. And he's like, I know that you need to pay off your student loans. And if that is not a buzzword for everybody who has student loans, I don't know what is. And she's like, what are you proposing? And he's like, I will pay off those student loans if you marry me. And you know what? If I wouldn't snap on that as well, I would. I would. It probably doesn't hurt that he's hot. So, boo-hoo, I got to marry a football player, and he's going to pay off my student loans, and he's gorgeous. So, I know it's a slow burn, and, like, it's, like, they don't get together to, like, whoa. So, all I know is there better be some tenseness. There better be some, like, angst building, because I need something, because if you're just, like, not doing anything for, like, all that, and then just a little bit of this, I can't handle that. So we need a little bit. So we're going to see. My first Mariana Zapata, we'll see. Okay, the next book on my list is Hunting Adeline. I know I did not, I read the first book. I read Haunting Adeline, and it was okay. It was just okay. I put off that freaking book for so long because I was like, the hype is too much and I'm not going to enjoy it. And I read it and it was just okay. So like I think I self-fulfilled prophecy there. But I do want to know how it ends because it does end in a cliffhanger. So here I am. Here we are. We're meeting again. The first book was just okay. Like I just want to know how this is going to end. I am... Curiosity killed the cat, didn't it? And that's me. I'm curious. And it's another 600 pages. Of course it is. But I just want to know. I'm purely reading this because I read the first book. And now I just need to know how it ends. Not because I loved the first book. Because I really didn't. It was okay. It was just an okay book. But it was not what I was hoping for. Because everyone was like, it's so good. Not for me. The next book is a new release. It's called, what is it called? I don't even remember. I just looked at my notes. Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. So this is book 1 in a new trilogy, the Ruinous Love trilogy. I don't know if it's going to follow the same characters in each book or not. I don't know. But the cover, I love that cover. It just screams spooky season, you know? But, okay, look. These two people in this book are serial killers. And they're going to fall in love. And it's a dark romance rom-com. I didn't even know I needed that in my life until I read those words together in a sentence. And now I know I do. So I need to read this. I've been hearing good things. Fingers crossed. I should stop listening to reviews so I can just go in blind at this point because it just ruins the book experience. But, so I do know that in this story, we've got our two main people who are serial killers, and they meet, and they decide to have a game. They always kill bad people, so this is very Dexter-esque, okay? And they decide to, on one person, and they do a little game. Whoever can kill, I can't say kill on YouTube, I don't know, I am. Whoever can kill the other person, whoever can kill the person first wins. And as they're doing this game, they're falling in love. And it just sounds like a good time to me. I'm twisted, but that sounds like a great time. So I really do want to read this. I think it's on KU. I hope it is. If not, I'll buy, because like, when have I not ever bought a book? But I'm not sure. But it just sounds like a great time. Okay, the next book that I want to get to is a dark romance because fall, dark, fall, it goes together. I'm going to try Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This is another one that are people's favorites. And it's just like, the hype around this is so real that I'm like, what if I don't like it? What if I'm the problem? What if? But yeah, so we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna do it. So this is a dark romance centered around our two main characters who, our hero is engaged to our heroine's sister, and they get kidnapped by like a notorious serial killer kidnapper person who takes two people that normally don't like each other and forces them to become a couple and then like kills them, I guess. I don't know, but they escape, they get out, and I do know it's very, 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 very dark. Very dark. So triggers, yes, check those if you want to read this. I have checked mine. I think I'll be okay. But yeah, so they they escape, and then no one knows what the other's been through but them, so of course they're going to have like this trauma bond. We're going to see. I have the audiobook for this as well, so I may just have to listen to this, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, the next book I'm so scared to read. I'm so very scared. Okay, the next book is One Last Rainy Day by Kate Stewart. So this is book 1 in her new spin-off series of the Ravenhood trilogy. So this is the Ravenhood Legacy, and this is Dominic's story. I don't know why I just said his name like that. I really pronunciated that first part. This is Dom. This is Dom's story, and if you know, you know. And if you haven't read the Ravenhood series, don't read this. Read those first. Don't read this. You will spoil yourself, and then you will be so sad. I'm telling you right now. But you know, if you know, you know. And I'm prepared. Like, I'm ready, because people have said they've cried, and I cried with the other books. So I am ready to tear my heart open again. I tear my heart open just to fail. Okay, then when I think of fall, I think of Mafia. Don't know why. It's dark. That's probably why. So I'm like, it's been like a month since I've read a J.T. Geisinger book, and I got to get back on that kick because I love her writing. So we're going to try Ruthless Creatures, which is book 1 in this series that I can't remember the name of right now. I can't remember the name, but it's Mafia. I'm not even quite sure what this one's about. I think her fiance like disappears or something, and this dude comes to collect the fiance's debt, and that's her. He comes to get her. I don't know. Sounds great. Don't even gotta tell me. I'll read it because J.T. Geisinger wrote it. She's starting to get up there with Candy Steiner, because Candy Steiner, I'll read anything that she writes. She's getting real close to being that kind of author for me as well. So hopefully I enjoy it. I have heard good things, so that's a plus. The next book is I don't know where to put this, because it's technically like a romance, but it's also just like technically not. I don't know. But it is Assistant to the Villain. Now look, I'm not a big TikTok girly. I get on it in like spurts. I'll get on it, I'll get off, I'll get on it. I'm not much of like a scroll for hours type of person. I can go days without being on it. But I do know that this author, which is Hannah Nicole Meyer, did a little series on TikTok where she pretended to be the assistant to the villain, and then a publisher came to her and was like, why don't you write a book? So she did. So that's all I know. But I do know that this book is gorgeous. Look at that. Look at those. I think I've seen people's that are gold, but mine's red, which I think that's gorgeous. But okay, so I got this at Walmart, so like it's available everywhere. But apparently our heroine, she needs a job, and she always wanted to be the assistant to a villain. So that's kind of I'm getting very cozy vibes. That's what I'm getting from this. It's nothing too heavy. It's just cute, cozy. I think there's somewhat of a romance. I don't know if it's spicy, but we're just going to go in with like just a cute little book, because I think it's going to be cute. So, okay. And then when I think of fall, I think of Dark Academia, because hello, who doesn't? So I think this kind of fits into this. I don't know. I could be stretching it. This is Stay With Me by Nicole oh my lord, how do you say her last name? Fiorina. And this is book 1 in a series. I guess it's just the Stay With Me series. That's what it says right here. Okay, so yeah, she gets sent to this school for students who are dangerous and deranged, I think it said. I don't know. So she meets this guy, and she's quickly drawn to him. Green eyes, tattoos, and the voice of a poet. It says, but because of her sociopath tendencies, she knows it could only end in one of 2 ways. Either he will be the one to free her from her past, or she'll be the one to destroy him. She's a sociopath? Say less. because I don't really read that a lot. It's all usually the guy. I mean, I read a lot of sociopaths, but never women. So that's interesting. I just like the atmosphere of this book is what got me, because it's like a reformatory college in the UK that housed deranged and dangerous young adults who viewed the private institution as their personal playground. It says Mia doesn't care because she would need feelings to care. Oh my god, this sounds so good. I don't know. There's 3 in the series. I have them all, so if it's good enough, I can continue. But we'll see. I'm getting fall vibes from just like reading the back of the book. And then last but certainly not least, because eventually, you know, I'll probably just I'll read more than this in the next 3 months. But I needed a thriller. I needed a thriller because I love thrillers, because there's just so much, like, I don't know. You can read so many romances and you just know what's going to happen. You know the plot. They're going to meet, they're going to fall in love, they're going to break up during that 3rd act, they're going to get back together. But when you read a thriller, you're like, what's going on? You don't know what's going on. I love that feeling of not knowing what's going on until it's like right in front of your face. You're like, what? Yep, that's how I do it. I'm like, what? And then, so I needed a thriller, and I'm like, you know what? I've been putting off this thriller for a very long time because people are like, it's my favorite. And I'm like, you know, the hype. But we're going to do it. We are going to read, we as in me, because I'm only one person. In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. I don't know. Okay, so this is, I do know what this book is about. So this is about a group of friends who, one of them is killed when they're in college, and they find out who the person is, and they're sent to jail. And then they're all meeting up for like their college reunion, and one of them's like, was it really the person that they put away? Was it really that person who killed that other person? You know what? I don't think so. And some stuff's going to go down at this reunion. Look, it's dark academia, it's college, it fits. It's a thriller. We are figuring out who killed someone. It's going to be a good time. Like, so many people love this book, and I'm just so scared that I'm not going to. I hate that feeling. Of like, what if I don't love it? But I've got this. I've got her other book over there. She's got a 3rd one coming out that really, really, truly sounds like Midnight Mass, the TV show, if you've ever watched it. Oh, so good. Okay, I'm getting off tangent. Those are the books. Those are the ones that are like on my radar for sure. There will be others, but those are like, I really want to try to get to those. So let me know down in the comments, what do you plan on reading for the fall, months? Do you go spooky? Do you go like autumnal? Do you want the cozy vibes? Let me know. Or if you just want to leave me an emoji to let me know you were here, leave me a leaf emoji, like an orange leaf or a red leaf. I'm pretty sure there's like orange leaves for autumn somewhere in that little emoji thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new and would like to join the family. I would love for you to stick around. My social media is linked down below as always, my Goodreads and my Instagram, if you would like to stay more up to date and day to day with what I am reading. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys. Are you serious right now? No, I was gonna say, if you stop barking after I stop filming, we're gonna have trouble. Itchy. So this girl gets sent to a reformatory like boarding school in the UK. Should I wait until the train's done? I should. We're firing.